Wikipedia says South Africa, South America, so that means that's true. Well, in all honesty, Wikipedia is more accurate than the Encyclopedia Britannica in statistics, unless you want to take it a little bit slower. I eat pandas though. I don't know. I don't know if that's legal. I don't think you can do that. Let's get this party started. We're in our second hour. The war continues here in Europe. Well, war. I would more refer to it as extermination. Because right now, Spain is crushing Milan, with France crushing Genoa. They're not going to go anywhere anytime soon. EU4 competitive would be like the esports equivalent of cricket. Fun fact, cricket is the most popular sport in, drumroll please, India. Apparently more people watch it there than the Super Bowl. Speaking of which, did you see that travesty? There were a bunch of burly men on a pitch, and I was wondering by myself, which color am I rooting for today? Why do I say these things? Because I know nothing about American hand egg. So there's, it's important to know that I know nothing about this. So whatever comes out of my mouth in the next 10 or so minutes, me is completely founded on absolutely nothing. However, I can with some guarantee say that rugby is superior to American football in every single sense. Or as it is more normally called, American hand egg. As it should be. Oh, hello there. It would appear that San Jose de Austria, what a last name, is attacking this Milan and Brunswick force in the mountains. I don't think that's a good idea, but, the fire ideas are fine. The lines are very, very thin. I doubt that, yeah, there you go, especially an extra 10,000 being thrown in there. And, that's not going to be too much. Yeah, that's that army completely crushed. But, yeah, did you see that? Did you see those sharks? Those sharks were awesome, man. There's a new American hero born right there on that stage, right next to Katy Perry. Man, that was one hell of a show. Paradox Interactive. When will Sweden stop collapsing the civil war because of reformation? I don't know. I was going to say something incredibly harmful to our PR department, but I'm going to swallow that for this now. Should consider managing your areas a little bit better. Also, Missy Elliott was there. I was thought by myself, what? I haven't seen that one in a while. I wonder what sort of, mothballs they dug her out of. Oh, there appears to be a bug. I'm quickly reading his here. It doesn't impact our game, but there are some bugs here. A-Spec, will we see the custom nations during the next season of Death Play? Well, we shall see. I'm not 100% sure that's going to be the case, but we will see some very interesting things regarding custom nations within the next 2 weeks. Not that you're going to be able to play with them, but you're going to see something cool with them. So that's nice. Oh, what's this? Pisa. Sue for peace. Pisa will concede defeat. That is no way. You will just get 10 prestige, and that is, and you're already at 9. That's not a deal. You know what happens to, Pisa, what happens to, what happens to people that suggest things like that? When they're OPMs, they get vassalized or annexed. Just saying. Oh, yeah. And that's just what happened. Sucks to be you. Anyway, Pisa just got annexed. Yeah. I'm also certain that America will win the next World Series again. Yeah, man, America, World War champion back to back. Everybody knows that. Matt, do you think rebels and handling them got too easy in the art of war? Serial question. Well, I'm going to say Excelsior to that because that is super serial. And in all honesty, it kind of depends. The, the autonomy system, it does mess with your trade power significantly, and it does give you control. So on one hand, I understand why it's there. On the other hand, I understand why it's there. So no, I don't think it's too easy now. Ah, good times. Meanwhile, Great Britain has almost managed to close the gap. So we're doing well. This is before everybody in the chat starts chanting, what the hell, Metopia. Thanks. It looks like somebody is trying to trying to catch my attention. Matopia. That does sound like the perfect paradise. Thank you, Grey Gulf. I'm honored that my my newly claimed godhood is is in there. Matopia, and of course, help! I'm stuck in Spain. Can we boost autonomy? Oh, Liberty Desires at 31%. Would be great if they formed Venezuela, New Granada. Huh. Britain feels badly about crushing all the DLC nations. Yes, Grey Gulf, you should feel bad for crushing the Aztecs. But we wanted to talk about them. For those people that weren't here last time, or at least the time before that, we announced El Dorado, and we were like, yeah, let's show it on stream live for everybody to see so they have an idea what the hell's going on. And then the first thing that happens was Great Britain conquered the Aztecs, which wasn't particularly optimal due to, the Aztecs and Doom. Took us half an hour to realize that Doom was happening somewhere else as well. But yeah, that's a problem. Matt, convince Wiz that Gothic is Germanic, not Byzantine. No promises. But yeah, Help I'm Stuck in Spain is the greatest colony. And I think we can all agree on that Help I'm Stuck in Spain is, in fact, the greatest thing that happened to this, to history. I vaguely remember the miracle that was the Help I Am Stuck in Spain economy. After years of austerity, they were finally lifted out of economic woes and into the world. But they were only 300% over GDP when it comes to their loans. But it's fine. Their junk rating due to Moody's and all that jazz is definitely not impacting them at all. Help I'm Stuck in Spain became the world power that they deserve to be. And, Inca just grew. Meanwhile, in Songhai, or as some like to call it, Stronghai, free help, I'm stuck in Spain. Yeah. Oh, that's a new ruler. That's a 244. That's a bad ruler. That's a 215. Arguably worse. Can we go back to being dual Spain? Well, co-oping Spain is all good and all, but, you kind of run in the way of each other pretty much constantly. So, no, we're not going to go back and co-oping Spain. Sorry. Is that Sweden or France in West Africa? In West Africa. Sweden or France in West Africa? That is Great Britain. That appears to be, I'm not entirely sure, could be Songhai. East Africa has Ethiopia, which is currently being conquered by Stronghai. And that's Great Britain again. So, no, neither Sweden or France are in Africa. Yeah. There's these guys, but that's about it. America. Forgot how to read. Yeah, that's Sweden. That's Nya Sverige. Nya Sverige, jättebra. Fett bra, if we were living in the 70s. We want more achievements. It shouldn't be an issue. We're working on that pretty much all the time. After this session, we're going to get really drunk and then think of a couple of ideas. And then tomorrow, we're going to walk in with a massive hangover. And then we're going to look at the ideas, and it's like, oh my God, that's awful. But that one's good, and that's the one we'll keep. And that's kind of how our thought process works. It's kind of how the Persians did it, and if it worked for them, it will work for us. Newfoundland. It's, yeah, it's very British. Du talar bra svenska. Ja, tack. I wonder what the world would be if, like, instead of French in Quebec, there would be Swedish. Well, first of all, they would probably never have gotten that close to becoming independent in '91. Also, on top of that, you know, all the signs in Canada would be both in Swedish and English. Would be kind of weird, because then you would have all of these weird places with weird names, like welcome to let's take a name in Canada here. Welcome to Toronto, also better known as Finnebra or something like that. I don't know, something along those lines. It's Welcome to Quebec City, better known, also known as Jämtland 2, that sort of thing. I don't know. Regardless, it's I'm sure that the humor would be, well, Quebec City, that wouldn't really apply because Quebec City was made by the French, but the argument kind of stands on its own in a sort of weird kind of way. We're just gonna go with that. I'm not even gonna go and get corrected on that one. Also, that would also mean that Louisiana would all be also be very Swedish with at the same time, and that would mean that Cajun food would not exist, and everybody in the South, and everybody in Louisiana as well as the South part of the USA would all eat potatoes and meatballs pretty much all the time. Can you imagine? It'd be awful. Also would make the film Django Unchained really weird with Swedish people. Really weird. Oh my God. Anyway, back to Spain. Add Jan Mayen, please, Greyface. Swedish Dixies. Dixieland in Swedish. That'd be awesome, actually. It's like, thank you very much. Dorado, jättebra. Then instead of Elvis, it would have been Johan. Johan has left the building. Or Mats has left the building. That'd be so weird if there was almost no French influence in the southern U.S. Question: is Jan Mayen going to be? Is my Jan Mayen with an R going to be on it? Well, not Jan Mayen.